Namaste Gurukulians. I hope that you all are fit and fine. Myself Atul, and as we know very well that in this COVID-19 we cannot arrange offline classes for you. So we have taken a step towards online classes for you. And today I am going to discuss the very first chapter of physics in class 10th named as electricity. Okay, what is the meaning of electricity? We will see in this video. And it is a main branch of physics, or we can say that it is a very important topic in the physics of class 10th. And we use electricity in our houses for the operation of electrical devices, for the lighting purposes. Also, we use it in the industry for the operation of machines. And in many more places, we use electricity. And we can say that without electricity, there is no easy life in this modern world. And as we know very well that motion of air gives air current, motion of water gives water current. In the same way, whenever charges are in motion, they give electric current. So it is a main point towards the chapter of electricity, why electricity flows due to flow of the charges. So in this video, firstly we will read about charges, then current. Okay, first charge. Basically charge, if I say that charge on a particle is this, what is the meaning of this statement? देखिए कि चार्ज होता क्या, चार्ज इज द फंडामेंटल प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ एन एलिमेंट्री पार्टिकल विच इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द फोर्स. चार्ज फंडामेंटल property of an elementary particle which is responsible for the force. Means if there is a charge on the particle, then it can experience the force and it can exert the force in the space around it. Okay, in the lower classes we have studied about the charges, that it can be positive, it can be negative. Okay, if we talk about positive charge particle, you know very well that proton is the particle which carry positive charge, and charge on the proton is 1.6 into 10 की power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, if we talk about positive charge particle, it is proton, and charge on proton is equal to 1.6 into 10 की power minus 19 coulomb. Coulomb is the SI unit of charge. Okay, if we talk about negative charge particle, you know very well that it is electron, and the charge on an electron is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 की power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, now we will discuss about the properties of a charge. For example, if charge is there on a particle, what are the properties it will possess? So second, properties of charge. First, like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. It means if you place two similar type of charges in the space, they will repel each other. It means there will be repulsive force between them. And if you place two unlike charges, positive and negative charge in the space, they will get attract each other. Due to attractive force, they will get come towards each other. So, like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Okay. Now we will come on the second property known as conservation of the charge. According to this property, the net charge on an isolated system means free from the force, or we can say that the net force on system is equal to 0. The net charge on an isolated system is always conserved, or we can say that charges cannot be created nor to be destroyed. Charge on the system will always be same. Okay, second, conservation of charge. The net charge on an isolated system remains conserved, or we can say that charges cannot be created or destroyed. Okay, for this I will give an example. In nuclear physics we study about one reaction known as pair production. In that reaction, gamma ray photon interacts with matter and it gives two particles named as electron and positron. See, pair production. In this, gamma ray photon will get converted in electron and positron. One more thing, it is not a proton, it is a positron. It is the antiparticle of electron having same magnitude of charge but of opposite polarity. On electron it is negative charge, on positron it is positive charge. Okay. Before the conversion, the charge on gamma ray photon was 0. Okay, after the conversion, electron has -1, it has +1 charge, so total will come out to be 0. Before the conversion and after the conversion, charge is same. So charge on any system always remains conserved. Clear? Okay, now third property, very important property in the view of CBSE. Many times CBSE has asked the question from this property, and this property is quantization of the charge. Quantization of charge means to quantize the value of charge, or we can say to fix the value of charge. Okay. Third, quantization of charge. According to this property, the charge on a body is always equal to integral multiple of magnitude of electronic charge. Means Q equal to N into E. The charge on a body is always equal to integral multiple of magnitude of electronic charge. It is the charge on body and number of electrons in a body E electronic charge. So we can say that according to it, the charge on a body is always equal to integral multiple of magnitude of electronic charge. Okay, one more thing. Here I have written Q equal to N into E. It is a magnitude of electronic charge. It is number of electrons. For example, if somebody has negative charge, so I will introduce plus minus sign. If the body has positive charge, then we will take positive sign. If body has negative charge, then we will take negative sign. You can note down. Okay, now we will do one numerical based on quantization of the charge. We have to calculate the number of electrons in 1 coulomb of charge. How we will calculate it? Question is, calculate number of electrons in 1 coulomb of charge. Okay, see, we know very well that Q equal to N into E. So we will write Q equal to N into E. Charge 1 coulomb is given to us and number of electrons we have to calculate. E electronic charge, we know very well that it is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So charge 1 coulomb, number of electrons we have to calculate. E 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So N will be equal to coulomb will cancel out. So 1 over this one. Okay, when we will solve it, the answer will come out to be 6125 into 10 to the power 18. Okay, if in a question number of electrons are given to you, then you can calculate the total charge on that body. How? Multiply N by E. Clear? Okay. Note down it. Now we will come on the very important topic of this chapter, that is electric current. Why electric current is there? Due to motion of free electrons. Okay, one question is for you, that we have iron rod. In that iron rod, electrons are in motion, but there is no current in that iron rod. But generally you see that when you connect that iron rod with the help of a cell or battery, then there is a current. Clear? And this I will talk about in this topic. See, electric current. Electric current is defined as the rate of flow of charges across a conductor. Okay, look. Electric charge gives the measure of how many electrons are moving in 1 second across an area, across a point, you can say. Okay, I am writing rate of flow of charge. It means charge per unit time. So electric current symbol is I, and we can write it as current is equal to charge upon time. Okay, the symbol of charge is Q and the symbol of time is T. So we can write as I equal to Q upon T. Okay, if you talk about the SI unit of electric current, it is ampere. It is this unit was based on the name of a scientist, that is Marie Ampere. Okay, SI unit is ampere. Clear? Okay, now if I write 1 ampere, then I have to write 1 coulomb divided by 1 second. 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb divided by 1 second. It means 1 ampere is the current across a conductor if 1 coulomb of charge flows across that conductor in 1 second. For example, if I say that current across a conductor is 2 ampere, it means 2 ampere means 2 coulomb per 1 second. It means in 1 second 2 coulomb of charge is flowing across a conductor. So from here we can define 1 ampere. देखेंगे 1 ampere is the current flowing in the conductor when 1 coulomb of charge is flowing in 1 second. So 1 ampere is the current flowing across a conductor if 1 coulomb of charge flows in 1 second. Clear? Okay, now up to now we have studied about charge. When charges are in motion, they give the electric current. Okay, one question is pending, that if you have iron rod, in that iron rod electrons are moving but there is no current. But if you connect with the help of a battery or cell, then you find the current. Why? If you look, at the iron rod. Initially electrons are moving, it is right, but the movement of electrons are in random direction. It means on an average the current will come out to be 0, because if one electron is moving towards this direction, other in this direction, other in this direction, so we cannot say that charges are moving from this point to this point. But if you connect with the help of a battery of a cell, then they take a specific path and they move in one direction, so that we can say that charges are moving from one point to other point, due to which current is there in that circuit. Okay students, now we will establish a relation between current and number of electrons flowing in a conductor. For example, if I ask that I is the current in the conductor for time t, then how many number of electrons will get flow across that conductor in that time t? Okay, now I will rub it. Okay students, now relation between number of electrons and current in the conductor. Okay, according to quantization rule, we know very well that Q is equal to N into E, and from the definition of current we have I equal to K upon T. So we can write Q equal to I into T. Okay, now I into T equal to N into E. From here the value of N is equal to I T upon E, where N is the number of electrons, I is the current in the conductor, T is the time for which the current is there, E electronic charge. Clear? So one question is for you. Question is that how many number of electrons move across a lamp pin 1 minute if the current across the lamp is 320 milliampere. Students, when we have done the topic of current, I have told that SI unit of current is ampere. And if we look at the smaller units of current, we will talk about two smaller units of current. First, milliampere, and 1 milliampere is equal to 10⁻³ ampere. And other smaller unit of current is microampere, and 1 microampere is equal to 10⁻⁶ ampere. Okay, this type of units we will see in large number of problems in this chapter. So here we have to calculate the number of electrons. It means N we have to calculate. Time 1 minute is given. Current 320 milliampere is given. Okay, relation between the current and number of electrons flowing in a conductor, we have N equal to IT divided by E. Okay, I is the current, T is the time, E is the electronic charge. Okay, current is given 320 milliampere. It means 320 into 10 raised to power 3 ampere. Time 1 minute, it means 60 seconds. Because whenever we will do the numericals, we have to take the SI unit of the quantities. And the SI unit of time is second, not minute. Okay, E electronic charge 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19. Okay, now if we divide this, it will come out 200 into, if 10 ki power minus 19 will go in numerator, it will become 10 raised to power plus 19, and 10 ki power minus 3, it will come out 10 ki power 16 into 60. Now 200 into 16, 2 6 ja 12, 2010, 10 raised to power 3 into 10 ki power 16, it will 10 raised to power 19. So we can write number of electrons is equal to 12 into 10 raised to power 19. Clear? So in this way, whenever current is given in the circuit, then we can calculate the number of electrons flowing across that conductor. Okay. Now we will discuss the name of an instrument named as ammeter, which is used to measure the current in the circuit. For example, if someone asks that how to calculate the current in the circuit, how can you find it? Okay, we will use an instrument ammeter, and in this circuit we will use in this series combination. देखेंगे ammeter instrument to measure the current in the circuit. Okay, and always connected in series combination with circuit across which you want to find the current. Like this, if you want to find the current through this wire, then we have to connect ammeter in series with this wire. It is a symbol of ammeter, positive sign and negative sign. So students, if we look at the summary of this video, firstly, we have discussed about the charge. After that, we have studied about the properties of the charge. And after that, we have learned that whenever the charges are in motion, they give the current. After that, we have done some numericals. Okay, it is all about today's lecture, and in the next video, we will discuss about the cause of the current flow and a relationship between that cause and effect. It is known as Ohm's law. We will discuss in further video. So students, have a nice day. Thank you.